My name is Darren Shaw. I'm a master practitioner and a trainer of neuro linguistic programming, an amazing approach to personal enhancement and personal development that will transform and change your life forever. Using neuro linguistic programming, you can upgrade and upcycle your life so that you can do even more of the things that you want to do. Through the techniques that can be applied using neurolinguistic programming, you can get rid of old fears, transform limiting beliefs, alter your values, and change any negative behaviors that you might have that get in the way of you doing all of the great things that you want to do. Today, for the first time, I'm going to be breaking down a specific NLP technique. I'm going to go through it step by step and give you an opportunity to get a bit of an insight into how an NLP technique is structured, shall we say. So you could start to begin to think about how you might use things like this in your personal life. Now, obviously, for those of you who are interested in this sort of stuff, one of the reasons that I do these rooms is to let people know about this stuff so that you might, consider coming and learning NLP with me or something like that. But for the most part, today I want to give you value and I want to give you insight into how a thing works. Very specifically today, a technique which is about changing the nature of your relationship with an object, such as money. The pattern which I'm sharing with you today could also be used with other objects as well, which somebody might be negative about and have a negative relationship with. It could be men or pens or soda or anything that you've got a negative relationship with. If you feel that the stuff that I'm sharing with you today is of value, then please click that share button at the bottom of your mobile device, that little square with the arrow coming out of it, and click the part that says share on Clubhouse. Do let us know if you're getting value by, please, if you feel free to do so, leave a message in the room chat. Once I've gone through the steps in that, if any of you wish to come to the stage and discuss any of this stuff or ask any very specific questions, feel free to do so. But for now, I'm done with the talking. Let's crack on with the technique. So, this particular technique is referred to as identifying and changing object relationships. It's based on the work of an American person called Charles Faulkner. Lovely guy. I've met him and trained under him. It helps somebody to overcome unhelpful relationships with objects like money or time, etc., by making use of the perceptual way we look at things to borrow the desired relation, beliefs, or feelings from an exemplar of something that they want instead of the old negative behavior. Hopefully, this will make even more sense as we go through it. Now, there are generally 4 steps. Some of them are a little bit more complex than the other, but it's generally 4 steps. Step 1, stay with me here, people. And again, if you want me to elaborate on any of the steps or you want some more clarity about anything, let me know. I'm giving away hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of information right now. You will never and you will never have heard any of what I'm sharing anywhere else. The only person in this room that's ever learned any of this from me, his name is Solomon, and he's just entered. Yay, Solomon, hello to you. Step 1, identify the undesired relationship pattern to be changed or one to be added to the resource toolkit. So identify the unresourceful relationship pattern. So you identify the challenging situation involving an undesired or problematic money. So we're going to focus on money, okay? The undesired or problematic money relationship. Focus on a specific time that the challenge presents itself or where there's a lack of skill, okay? The ability to handle money, for example, or the ability to ask somebody for money or spend money, anything like that. So identify the challenging situation. Once you identify the challenging situation, again, this is a technique that I usually use on other people. So I'm talking about how to use this on others, but you can use it on yourself. Notice the language metaphors used. For example, somebody might say, I find it difficult to handle money. Or I never seem to be able to hold on to money. Listen to the metaphor. Or another one, money just seems to slip through my fingers. Listen to the metaphor. So this is money as an object, which is different to knowing how to handle money, but not knowing how or where to generate it. This is money as an object. So when people talk about money as a job that or as an object, I find it difficult to handle money. I never seem to be able to hold on to money. Money just seems to slip through my fingers. Okay. Um, okay, so that's step one. Identified the undesired object or relationship pattern to be changed. Please, everyone in this room, give me a sign and let me know that you're with me so far. Do one of those gift things where you show funny, flashy things on your, yeah, like Dina and Solomon. Hi, Sonia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Winnie, brilliant, awesome. Right, just checking everyone's awake, and I haven't sent you. Sometimes people come to my room to fall asleep. Would you believe? Maybe it's my voice. Step two: identify a source or instigating context for the challenge or lack of skill or undesired relationship. Stay with me, people. This might be a parent or a significant figure who didn't model the handling of money very well, or it could be due to the rebelling against and not identifying with an authority figure who did handle money well, or simply a lack of skill or experience. So you've got no positive reference at all. So, for example, it could be that there's a parent or a significant figure that was really, really awful at handling money. So, 'cause they were really awful at handling money. You modeled that, and you've grown up being terrible at handling money. Or it could be that your parents were actually really, 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 really wealthy and rich, but you wanted to rebel against them, and that's how you've ended up not being very good with money. Or it could be that there was just nobody around you at all doing any form of showing you how the world works and not showing you how money works whatsoever. And that's why you've got no skill or no experience in that particular space. And I'm sure you can think of your own examples. Then what you do is step into that source context, wherever you got this behavior from, step into that source context or that person. So if you've got a mother or father that was terrible at handling money, step into being them. Step into your mummy or daddy or whatever that didn't handle money well or whatever it is. Step into that person. Become that person in your mind's eye. You know, adopt their body language, their voice tone, adopt what they would do with their face. Step into them, become them, and notice what you notice. That's what you notice. Be them. Do some role playing for a moment, and step out of that. Snap out of it. Shake your body. Break the state. And yeah, step out of that state for a moment. Completely shake that off, and then forget about it for a moment. Let me know if you're following me, people, because I don't want to lose you. Because obviously this is a purely audio platform, and only if you're paying attention, uh, yeah, value. And I'm trying as good as I can to convey this stuff. Whining. Gracias. Thank you very much. Step three, after you've forgotten that, stepped off, break state for a moment. Brilliant. Thank you, Sonia. Um, uh, the next step, step three, is identify somebody with the desired skills. Identify somebody with the desired skills. This could be a person from any time in the client or your life. They don't necessarily you don't need to necessarily identify with the person. Just needs to be somebody who has the desired skill. Has the desired skill. Once you have a real person from your own life or your client's life or whatever it is, and somebody who's been witnessed demonstrating the desired skills or behavior, it's all about then accessing the ecology of accessing skills. So it's all about saying, do I want these skills? Do I really want to access these skills? Because there's no point trying to make a change in your life where you don't actually want to take these skills on. And believe you me, I've been doing coaching for 21 years now. I've been doing NLP for 21 years. I know I look really young. I don't even look 21, right?
But I've been doing this stuff for a long time, and the amount of people that I've worked with who say that they want to change, but really and truly they don't. They're actually happy being unhappy because it's easier to stay the same than it's to want to change. So assess the person or your own ecology as to whether you wish to make the change or not before you step into this next part of accessing these skills. And just ask yourself, is there any negative comeback for me if I start to upgrade my life, and which way? If not, please proceed. Then the other part of identifying this person with the desired skills is you get the human being, whether it's yourself or somebody else, to step into this person with the desired skills and get the learning, the distinctions, noticing what you notice by trying on this person's experience. So if you think of somebody who's really, really great with handling money, step into that person, seeing the world through their eyes, hearing the world through their ears, and feeling the world through their skin. Step into that person who has the desired skills and just notice what you notice. That person that's really great with it. Just notice what you notice. Become that person. Adopt their body language, their perceived tone of voice. Stand up like them, sit like them, whoever they are. Just need to identify with a skill set. Step into being them for a moment. Could be Xenia or what Xenia? Xena Warrior Princess. Could be Steve Jobs, whoever it might be. Somebody who's got a different way of looking at money to you, the way that you want to look at it. Step into them. And once you get a satisfactory level of noticing what you notice, noticing the distinctions and how maybe they think about things differently, step out of them and snap out of it, and break state into a kind of meta state, step out of it, and let go of that. Three. Step 4 is to transfer the desired skills from the desired model in your mind's eye. So imagine transferring or beaming the desired skill from the desired model to the source context that you identified. So if it was your mother who didn't handle money well, or whatever it might be, beam the desired skills from the desired model through space and time over to your original model, the person that you got your behaviors from, and just notice how that's different. And imagine noticing that person that you got the negative behaviors from, or not negative, no, the person that you got the not so useful behaviors from. Imagine them receiving all the resources and noticing how that's different as you notice whoever it was that was a massive influence on you, noticing how that's different and noticing how it changes things for that person in the past, that context of the past. Notice how it changes things as you beam them all that love and light and that different way of looking at things around handling money, so on and so forth. And then once you've done that in your instigating context in that original person, bring those skills and bring those resources from that person that influenced you or those people who influenced you. Bring those resources from the past all the way into the present and notice how this is different. And that's the final step. Everyone in the room who has been here, uh, give me a sign that you understood that. I'm going to give you one run through a little bit quicker of all of those steps again. But give me a sign if you followed that and if it generally makes sense. Sonia's got a thumbs up, brilliant. Dina's got a thumbs up. Wayne's got a thumbs up, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Awesome. That's enough of a percentage of the room. Okay, so Solomon as well. Oh my God, my hit rate is great. We call this converting, right? My conversion, under people understanding. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through those 4 steps. Step number 1: identify the undesired relationship or object relationship pattern with money that you wish to change, or you want to change for your client. Step 2: identify the source or instigating context for the challenge. Right, where's it come from? Okay, so you can do your why. Why? It's my mum. She was terrible with money. It was my father. He used to let the money slip through his fingers. Step 2: identify where the hell this has come from. Step 3: identify somebody who has the desired skills that you actually want and really step into them. And then step 4: transfer the desired skills from the desired model over to the source context, which you identified in step two, notice how that's different and how it changes the past and empowers that person of the past. And then after that, bring these skills and whatever you noticed about the past, bring that from the past to the present. Crikey. Explaining things in a verbal, auditory way on an app such as Clubhouse isn't the easiest thing in the world, but I do like attempting it. This is so much fun. Today, people, again, I wanted to give you a technique from the field of NLP. If anyone in this room has heard of somebody called Tony Robbins, a really, really famous NLP practitioner and master and trainer, he developed his own style of doing things, got real famous and stuff. I'm basically giving you some of the underlying tools that Tony Robbins uses when he does his coaching, that level of power. The stuff that I'm sharing with you today actually comes from a master pack of NLP. In NLP, there's the three main stages that you go through to master this stuff. You become a practitioner first, then you become a master practitioner, and then you become a trainer. I've gone through all the levels. I love NLP so much. I've done a practitioner course about 3 or 4 times, and then master prac about 3 times, and then I topped it off by doing the trainer training, and then there was nowhere else to go after that. So I just became a speaker and a master modeler in NLP just for the fun of it. And then I gave up hanging around in the NLP world, and then I found Clubhouse. Um, and as I say, this particular technique, you're not going to hear about this anywhere else. It's a really, really powerful one for forming the nature of your relationship with a very specific object. Today, I've chosen money because I thought some of you might appreciate that particular subject. But it could be any object. It could be with time. It could be with members of the opposite sex. It could be just it could be with fried chicken. You've got a negative relationship with fried chicken. And you want to figure out where that came from and then transfer things from here to there to blah 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 blah. Now, this would be an absolutely terrible room if I didn't mention to all of you, those of you who have an explicit interest in learning more about this stuff. I teach and train people how to do these sorts of techniques online on Zoom. For those of you who are in the United Kingdom, I teach this face to face in London, and I'll be doing my next workshop in London on Saturday, the 12th of November. For those of you who would like to learn some of these techniques online, I do them on Zoom, usually on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.